Alright, story time about how I have the greatest luck of all time. Everything always works out in my favor. I just need to give it time. So I decided I'm going to sell some consoles to get the Switch 2. Why? Because Metroid's been out for I don't even know how long and I have not played it. Plus there's other games the family and I would enjoy. So I'll be selling a PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, a PlayStation 2, a few games, a few controllers to GameStop. Unfortunately, my PS5 DualShock no longer turns on. It doesn't turn, it was charging not less than 2 days ago, but today, of course, when I want to sell it, and if you don't know, you try to trade in a system without the controller and the stand and the cables and everything else that comes with the system, you get significantly less money on your trade-in. So I booked an appointment at You Break It, We Fix It, seeing if they can switch out the battery for me. As long as it was less than the cost of a used controller, I was gonna do it. I went in there, let them know the problems, and then he's like, okay, let me take your controller to the back. And as I was talking to him, a lady was like, hey, I don't want to be rude, or I was just listening, this room is small, but you should get the DualSense Edge because that controller is the greatest. My boyfriend has it. You can switch out the sticks. They have paddles in the back, and it's a pretty good controller. And I was like, all right, yeah, I do need a controller for my Steam Deck and for my PC. I'll think about it, but I wasn't going to spend any money right then and there. So guy comes back from the back and he's like, yeah, the controller's dead. Best bet is just to buy a new one. Honestly, I was going to open this up and switch the battery out myself. I don't know if that was the issue, but I was planning on doing it. As he was explaining this all to me, a GameStop employee, at the time I didn't know he was a GameStop employee, but someone else came in with their flip phone that needed to be fixed. Like the screen was all in pieces. It looked crazy. I hope that doesn't happen to my Fold 7. He overheard me say DualSense Edge. He's like, dude, I have one in the car. And I'm like, what? There's no way. And he's like, yeah, I bought two off of Facebook Marketplace. I can sell you one. I'm like, all right, let me see this thing. We bought it. Right now it's charging because it was dead, but it looks brand new. All the buttons work. It charges unlike this one. I switched all the pads out. I switched all the buttons out. I switched the joysticks out just to see what that looks like. That controller is fire. I can't wait to do a review on that. But anyways, as we were outside and he showed me this controller, I was like, yeah, I could do $100 for it. And he's like, yeah, bet. I was thinking 100, 110. I'm like, cool, let's make this happen. And he's like, yeah, I'm going into GameStop later. That's where I work. And I was like, dude, this is perfect. Since you work there, this controller doesn't work and I want to trade it in with my PlayStation 5. What's my options? He's like, bring everything you want to trade in. There's an extra $25 on every console you trade in. We'll figure out something about the controller. He's like, I got you. And I was like, do you have Switch 2s? And he was like, yes, we do. So everything that I needed to work today worked. I was planning on getting a used controller to trade in with the PlayStation 5, but now I don't have to. I'm going to get full value for everything that I'm trading in. I get the Switch 2. I'm going to get Metroid Prime. I'm probably going to pick up Mario Kart since that's no longer a free pack-in game. And let me know what else games I should pick up. I'm excited. I've been wanting a Switch 2 since launch, but I couldn't justify it at the time. But now I'm trading all this stuff in. I'm doing it. Also, a review of the DualSense Edge coming soon.